So hello everybody. I'm a musician based in Paris. I don't code, so sorry, nobody's perfect. But I've been working with researchers, with a research team led by François Pachet, that you may know. At Sony CSL first, I entered in this team in 2015 as a musician in residence, so that means that my role was to help the small team, we were like 7, to help the researchers to build tools. And the technology that we were developing at this time was flow machines. So I started to work with flow machines, and I had some results. The first thing that I made to play with this tool is to feed the machine with the lead sheets of my favorite band. It's the Beatles, because I know very well the Beatles, and so it was easy to see if the result was interesting or not. And I got this result that was Daddy's Car, a song in the style of the Beatles, so it's not really the Beatles, but like the song of a fan of the Beatles. And then I started to experiment more in a creative way with flow machines, and I did the first album, Hello World, made with flow machines, and I invited a lot of artists with me to play with flow machines tools. And then I continued to experiment with the team on other tools. Flow machines was really dedicated on composition, the composition phase, but then we get interested more in like arrangement phase with orchestration and sound production. So all the projects that you see here are really linked to my experiments with the tools. This is the Beatles. C'est là. Ouais. Je n'étais pas trop sûr au début. Son. Voilà. HDMI. Okay. So I think that you heard the song. So it was like it was just the composition. It was symbolic notes. And what I did is a short, a very fast demo, imitating a bit the sounds of the Beatles, all the choirs and everything. But it's really based on lead sheets, and the technology is based on Markov chains. So when I wanted to experiment more in a creative way, I challenged the machines with the smallest corpus that I can find is just 2 songs. And that's why I think this technology was interesting. It's because you can really you have the control of what you give to the machine. And it's very exciting when you are a composer to know what you put in the machine, because you dream of a result or you expect the result. You can make all the combinations that you want, even the craziest. But at this point, I wanted just to experiment with a very small data set, very small corpus. So I fed the machine with only 2 lead sheets, and I will play the 2 lead sheets, and then I will play the result that I got, just 9 bars of a melody and chords. So the first song is, maybe you know this song. The second one, and I choose this second one because it's like a bit similar to the Jungle Book song. got this result. And I was amazed by this result because I couldn't have think of all those notes and very strange chord changes. It starts with like a B flat 7, very, very strange, but still very nice to my ears. And what I find interesting is that it keeps the musical qualities of the source, and there is no plagiarism, even if it's like sounding more as like the first song than the second one. But and then I continued to experiment, and we made a whole album with this Flow Machines technology. Oh yes, I want to play the same song sung by Carré that who sang the song and wrote the lyrics.
Aurora, starry sky, a holy temple, a mountain high. Gods of ancient times, heroes, battle cry, lovely children shed their dreams, angels cried, tears of moonbeams. I saw and I know all there is to know.
Yes, and the chorus part, I fed the machine with jazz standard songs. So you hear that there are more chord changes, and it's a bit different from the verse part. And so on, we did this album. It was a great experience because all the artists, the composers that I work with, we always were very exciting about what the machine would create from our data set, from our corpus that we fed the machine with. And then we moved to Spotify, but we were still the same team, and we focused on the orchestration phase of a song creating process. And we built this orchestration tool that was able to automatically adapt an existing arrangement to a given song. It's a MIDI to MIDI tool, so it's very, very easy to work with, very, very flexible. And so we were at the very first stage of the tool, and I wanted to experiment it again to give the feedback to the researchers and optimize the tool. And I had a song in mind that I loved and listened a lot. It's a song sung by Pete Seeger. He recorded it in 61, and this is a song without any arrangement, without any accompaniment.
Black, black, black is the color of my true love's hair. Her face is something wondrous fair, the purest eyes and the daintiest hands.
I love this song. I find it great. It's a very old song. It's a traditional song from the Appalachian. And as I worked with, I fed I took this song as we can say the target. I annotated in MIDI, the melody in MIDI to play with the tool because it's MIDI to MIDI, so it doesn't work with audio. And I searched for a very, very contrast style to play with, and I thought of bossa nova style. It's really sophisticated harmonies, and overall you have the strings orchestra that are even more sophisticated on those sophisticated harmonies. So I thought that it could be interesting to have this contrast between a very, very simple melody and a very sophisticated harmony. So I took a string score that I did for another song. The song, maybe you know, Estate. It's a song that is sung by, in Amoroso album from Jean Gilberto, a great arrangement, yes, by Klaus Ogerman, who is the master of this style and the strings orchestra arrangement. So I will play now the arrangement that I did with on this song Estate. So you hear very, very sophisticated harmonies. Now, if I play this arrangement with Pete Seeger's song, it will be, I think, awful.
Black, black, black is the color.
Okay. So what it does, it analyzes the target, so the melody of the voice, and it analyzes the source that I give to the machines. In this case, it's the strings arrangement that I did, and it will automatically adapt this string arrangement to the melody.
Black, black, black is the color of my true love's hair. I love the ground on which she stands.
The last chord is really unexpected. And that's what I like when I play with those tools, is that first, the interaction is great because you can feed the machine, as I said, with the material that you control, and you have unexpected result that you couldn't have made by yourself. And that's because if the result was like conform, I don't know how to say, but like normal, I could have made it very easily. But this is really special. And I was so amazed by this result that I did an entire EP with 5 songs reorchestrated by this tool. It was songs, traditional American folk songs, and I fed the machine with very various sources, like songs arrangements from or mass from the 16th century, Elizabethan music. So I could play with very various styles. And for this song, we went in studio and we hired a strings player to play the AI arrangement. AI, it's not AI, it's like the arrangement made by the tool.
Black, black, black is the color of my true love's hair. Her face is something wondrous fair. The purest eyes and the daintiest hands. I love the ground on which she stands. I'll go to trouble.
And you can listen to all the EPs on all the platform if you want. And maybe the next and last example of all the tools that we developed and the music that I made with those tools, it's like a smart sampling tool that is able to adapt automatically an audio file to a MIDI file. And I was experimenting with Pierre Roy, maybe you know him. He was at the Citerial team at Spotify. And we started to experiment just with a random thing, random piece of music. And we choose this Fugue from Schubert as a MIDI target file. I search on the internet for something very unexpected. And I got this result. So when I got this result, I was so amazed that I looped it, it's like 8 bars, and I created a song from it. So searching for lyrics, melodic voice, and everything. And I wrote a song named Océan Noir, available on the platform you can listen to. Maybe I can play just a few.
Océan noir, j'entends les baleines dans un acouphène. Ici aucune vague n'accoste.
So it's the idea, you see, like experimenting, be amazed and do something with it. And next, yes, the team was closed, so I was alone in my room, and I continued to experiment with the vocal cloning technology. Maybe you surely have heard about everything, all the fake Drake songs and everything, but I find it like very impressive, but not very interesting. What I find interesting with this technology is to do hybridization. So I experimented with the RVC technology, maybe you know, retrieval voice conversion, with just a Google notebook. And I created a data set with my favorite singer, Chet Baker. I fit this data set with 6 songs from Chet Baker and 6 songs of mine. And it's like a fine-tuning. You sure know this kind of technology. There is a big model, and you fine-tune with the data set that you choose to train. So I will show you how the steps and how I hybridize it with a very short music example. So here is Chet Baker singing My Funny Valentine.
My funny Valentine.
Me.
My funny Valentine.
And the result with the hybridization.
My funny Valentine.
So what I find interesting, and I experimented more with this tool, what I find interesting is that, for example, the A are much more opened than in France. So it's like a bit closed, but if I sing it with the voice, when I hear the result, I hear more open A notes, A words, syllables, I mean, and so on. I know that if I sing with my vibrato, I will have a different result if I used a model with, for example, a jazz female singer. The vibrato will be like enhanced. And what I find interesting is with this tool is that you can really enhance your voice, explore different kinds of way to sing, and you can, what is interesting is that you can also predict a bit the result, because you know the voice that you're using as the clone, and you can sing it in function of this voice. So I think it's a great tool, and there is also a version, real-time version, maybe you know this, and I had a good surprise when I played with this real-time version. So sorry, the video is in French, but maybe it's not important. The music is more important. And that's what, from my very, very first song, what moves me is not only creating music, but it's also being creative with the instrument. That means changing the function of the instrument. make it, like tweak it, change it. And here is again an example. I did it like just this week. I was playing on the piano, you will see, and I had a good surprise. And I think it can be a nice, example of diverting an instrument from its intended purpose.
Voilà, je voudrais partager avec vous ce moment où je détourne un outil, un instrument de son usage pour faire quelque chose que moi je trouve super beau.
Donc là, ce que vous voyez, c'est un outil incroyable qui est, je pense, l'unique au monde de clonage vocal pour le chant en temps réel. Donc là, j'ai fait un modèle en hybridant plusieurs voix de chanteuses de jazz et vous allez entendre ce timbre de voix quand je vais chanter dans ce micro.
Alors je peux chanter en même temps. Il y a un petit délai. Et là, vous entendez? Alors, moi, je vais faire chanter. Piano.
So I think it's a nice way to explore, and I will explore more with other voices, other instruments, and maybe that is something that will happen with this. And now I want to jump into, because it's about language here, and I want to share my experience with text-to-music tools. You know all those tools, and maybe you know how they are trained, and I find that the way they are trained is really interesting. For example, but I think it's the same for Stable Diffusion and Music Gen. For Google Music LM, they train on a music cap dataset composed with 500 music text pairs with rich text descriptions provided by human experts. So the music is described as, for example, you have an example here, a low-sounding male voice is rapping over a vast, fast-paced drums playing a reggaeton beat, etc., etc., okay? And I think there's a lot of things that are missing if you are like in a creative process, because you can have, for example, a song with a chord sequence that you are working on. For example, songs with a chord sequence like A minor and everything, with a fixed tempo and everything. So constraint, your own constraints. And if you ask, I ask, for example, to Stable Diffusion audio text to music, piano playing 4 bars, time signature 6/8, fast arpeggio at 100 BPM and on a chord sequence that you see. And what I got is that. Not very interesting, and I can't really play with it. I can still start a song with text description, but it's like to take or to leave, and I can't really tweak the result. It's I think it's not interesting when you are in a creative process. But maybe later, I don't know. Maybe they need to train pairs of text to music with more informations, like musical informations. GPTs, I'll try also this, because I want to find the tool that will like inspire me in terms of composition. But so I played with the GPTs. You know, it's like it was launched 10 days ago, and the difference between ChatGPT and GPTs is that you can feed with more material. It was limited. Now you can feed with a lot of amount of data, but I don't have a lot of data. I just have 14 songs from my first pop band in the 90s, Lily Cube. Maybe you know this band. I play a bit one song that we did in this album.
Faire une virée à deux, tous les deux sur les chemins.
A refresh song. So I fed the machine with ABC language because from my experiments with ChatGPT before, MIDI is not very. The result that I got was very bad, and I don't code, as I said. So I should use Music 21 and a lot of tools to analyze the music in a relevant way, but I can't do that because I'm not a coder. So I fed this with ABC language, and I asked to generate a song in ABC format in the style of Lily Cube. So I had an answer. He said that yes, it's very yes. You see, creating a song in the style of Lily Cube, a French pop group known for their melodic and poetic style, can be a delightful challenge. So he did it. He created a song. The name is Rêverie en bleu, and you can listen. There is no. I don't have the audio, but it's interesting because I have a text, I have lyrics, and I have chord sequence and a melody, but it's kind of boring. I don't have all the chord changes that I do, all the modulations that I usually do in my songs. It's like, okay, not inspiring, just okay. But yes, maybe later, or maybe if I feed the machine, if I create a model, or if maybe that in the future, maybe in the very next future, we will use this kind of technology to help to compose or to inspire. But for the moment, I should know more about technology to do it. And the promise that was made by OpenAI to train your model without being a coder is not effective today. It's like we have to wait a bit more if you are not a coder to play with GPT. But I continue to play with ChatGPT with Faust because I'm not a coder, as I said, and maybe that ChatGPT could help me to create sounds with the Faust language. And I fed the ChatGPT with a prompt including an existing code. I can play this sound. Okay, but yes, there are some things. So I asked to create a variation on this sound, and I got this. like Amar 808, maybe you know this. So that was great. I was like, okay, I can play with Faust. And I tried just text to Faust. Can you write the code for a sound of the marimba DX7 preset? And I got a result that I can play. Where it? Ah, okay, it's there. Wow, it's not easy. Where is the? I don't see. Sorry, I will just. Ah, wait, okay, it's there. Okay. So I got this. Ah, doesn't work. Yes. Okay. Marimba. Not bad. Not great, but not bad. So, yes, what I dream about is now it's like a DX AI powered by Faust. The idea, because I love this synth, maybe you know this synthesizer with the all those algorithms, and I learned to play with the DX7 when I was 16, and I bought like a guide to program sounds on the DX7, and it showed, for example, that the bell is a sound that have harmonics, very powerful, a lot of harmonics in the attack, and the fundamental note is low, is going like that, and this book showed how to create it with a DX7, and I played a lot with this DX7, and I found the sound of the DX7 amazing. I love it. And also, I find it really interesting in terms of programmation to create sounds, realistic or not. And I imagine a tool that do like audio to Faust using the DX7 FM synthesis. And for example, like take a bell sound. And I imagine a model with pairs of audio and Faust corresponding code. And then I think it would be great. And we had discussion with Diane about that, and I said to him, yes, do that. Always like that, there is an existing project with the DX7. It's a differentiable FM synthesis with musical instrument sounds. There is an archive, it's a paper, it's a project that can, the idea is to transform a real sound into FM synthesis sounding, but I will just share with you the examples that are provided here. No, it's here. Flute. And the DX. Okay, that's nice, but it doesn't sound like the DX7 flute sound. So my idea is okay, always still okay, because I think that Faust can is more adapted to that kind of project, and to keep the qualities of the DX7 sound. So yes, that's all for me today.
Thank you, Benoît. I think we can take some questions because Benoît is not going to be giving a workshop this afternoon, and it's time for lunch break. So, do you have any questions? So, yeah, now you have to make what he said, right? Like.
Thank you, Benoît. Already saw the presentation yesterday, but it's very nice. Have you any plan to work with the real-time voice conversion? And have you tried to, because you were wearing headphones have you tried to feedback her voice, so to speak, and to see what happens instead of the piano plus her voice? Just curious to know. And do you have any plan? And how do you plan to, if you have any plan to use this kind of tool in maybe in next album or somewhat?
Yes. What you mean by feedback?
So, feedback is having the loudspeaker with the voice feedback into the mic and then reanalyzed by the voice.
Okay. I didn't try it, but I will try it definitely, yes. Yes, I think that I have a live performance that is booked in June in Paris. So I will work on a project using this real-time voice conversion tool. And I will explore more with like those captation of instruments with this technology. I think I will do like an EP or something like that because there are lots of things to explore with this kind of sound and translation, real-time translation between instrument and voice. Yes.
She sounded like Mylène Farmer a little bit somehow, like I thought. But
yes, but it was like a lot of Julie London inside.
Ah, okay.
Julie London is very, very soft.
Yeah, very soft, yeah.
Yes, so that's why.
Cool. Any other questions? Yeah.
But I think I should try with horses, like other kind of sounds.
Thanks a lot, very interesting. I have a question in terms of like copyrights. So if you train the model with the song of artists, both for lyrics or for style, do you think that there will arrive a day where you have to like, the copyrights must be paid or something like, like in sampling, when at the beginning of sampling, everybody was sampling everybody, and then there were some issues and people had to pay.
For the vocal cloning, you mean?
For like everything, like if you train a model on the song of like the Prodigy, do you have to pay the copyrights to the Prodigy or not now, but maybe in the future?
Yes, sure. It should be because, as you said, there are more and more like small data set used to very specific tasks, and I think that it will be possible to have transparent kind of system that will give money to all the right holders. It should happen, but very hard to make.
Hello, Benoît. I am a software engineer myself, and I find all these tools quite fascinating, but on an ethical level, are you confident that the humans still have room in the field of music in the future, or are these tools not going to produce like increase on the production of the market, or how to put it? There's two effects I can see. The amount of musical production is going to increase, I guess, because all these tools are going to facilitate the access to musical production, and also regarding human performance, it seems that humans are going to be more increasingly assisted by software and tools. So are you confident for the future, or are we going to see AI made for AI, like robots making music for robots in the long term?
No, I don't believe that. I believe in creativity. I think that even if the tools are really powerful, more and more powerful, and I still believe that creation is creating something new. And creating until the end. Like, it's finished, I want to release it. This is the creative process. It's always the same. I think that maybe the kind of musician will change, but it's always been the case since the beginning of music creation. What I think is maybe that instrumentists will be like impacted. Like, for example, I can imagine that in the very next future you will have those with assistants like Copilot who will be able to feed the gaps. If you need, for example, a bass line, I think you will be able to complete it with AI, and so you won't call your friend who is a good bass player. That's kind of problem that we maybe will encounter. But for creativity, I think it will be it will always exist. And for all you see, the text to music, when the quality will be okay, because for example, for the moment it's not good, but it can be a danger for our library music, because if you have a low budget, you will be able to just with a text description have an average result that is okay for your I don't know, image or video, whatever.
Cool, thank you. Thank you, Benoît. I think we need to stop, because otherwise we're not going to have enough time to eat. So thank you so much.
Thank you.